US 3, which comes in 3 months. We'll keep everyone updated on any changes.
So that one could be changing time. The schedule
There's
might.
questions right now as to whether or not we.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Damien. Louisville to Springfield, just under 5 miles. Looks like we have some culvert extension and replacement as well as grading on this one. No new right of way. Be starting in August of 2026. Again, looks like we got a number of utilities. So again, with the culvert work, as well as some grading, we could have some conflicts. 132nd Street and N133. Looks like just a 2-mile project with full depth pavement as well as resurfacing and bridge repair. Potential conflicts would likely be with the full depth pavement, I think, on this one. As you can see, we do have a number of utilities on this short project.
I believe there's some culvert work on that project.
Is there culvert work also?
The bridge over Thomas Creek, kind of in the lower middle portion of that project, just on the south side of that S curve. I think we're doing some work down in the channel. I think
right there.
Some culvert associated with that project as well. And have to go back into the plans and stuff. But otherwise, everything from Thomas Creek to 133 is being fully replaced.
Okay.
And then everything to the west up through the curve is going to get
Resurfaced.
Yeah, this is Bill Wheeling. I apologize, I couldn't get to the meeting, but yeah, as Amy said, there's work in there. It's there's old piles, I believe, from an old structure. We're going to remove those piles out of there, and there was right away on that project around that bridge area that we had to acquire for that work. So,
Thanks, Bill.
yep.
Next is D2. It's a high mast tower replacement project. So we got ITS and lighting and grading. This one should be low impact.
I don't know if that one got updated. If you go to the map,
Is there? Looks like it.
okay.
Oh yeah, this is the one that we updated because it includes 3 intersections along 275. One up here further north on 275.
Yep.
And then there was one back here on 680, I think. Right?
West, yeah, 680 West Center.
Yeah.
Yeah, it said the first thing said 4 interchanges, but it's kind of.
Yeah, because this one we just updated the other day to include those.
For those high mast tower projects, we're asking for, really detailed locates. We have the ability, our contractor can field adjust the exact locations of where we have the foundations for the towers placed. We can move those around about 10 or 15 feet in any direction. So if you guys give us really good locates, we're going to do our best to plant our foundation where possible.
But if the new towers, they do have large foundations.
Yes, the new towers, really deep foundations and 8 feet. They're pretty big. I don't remember 10 or 6 feet.
Specific to Dodge in Omaha, looks like we're 1.5 miles of full depth pavement. There's some grading and bridge repair. Be in the spring of 26. We do have a number of utilities on this one. Is there a bridge replacement on this one also?
Oh, this one. This is the.
Well, the last, Damon, do we have bridge repair and replacement or just repair?
The bridge over the Happy Creek just north of Pacific Street, so just out of there, where that blue line is there. That bridge is being widened in the northbound direction. They're only adding a single lane northbound, additional 12 feet or whatever it is. That's the only work I believe that's being done on that bridge. Short of any other maybe miscellaneous repairs, but we only prepared it and overlaid it recently, so.
But this is the one that's got the transmission line on
Yeah.
the north end of it.
Yes, this is
Yeah.
the one that does have the transmission line over the approaches.
Right.
Doing some modifications to our substructure.
Yeah, and I
Asking for that drop.
think Kurt's still working with them on
Yeah.
that.
OPPD has been working with us on getting how we're gonna handle that. It's that super high voltage transmission line that's serving a regional area.
Right.
And Kurt, you said that there might be talk about de-energizing just that one.
All or none.
Okay. The whole thing.
Coordinate that. Yep.
You're saying the nighttime de-energizing is still viable?
Potentially, I think.
Potentially, yeah.
Todd, do you have any thoughts?
Because it's like a variable setting. So there's. Once I hear back more. In the office, yeah. I might have been involved in the conversation. I think it's more of a rich conversation, like what kind of options we have for substructure. Yeah, it's just a matter of inside. Yeah, but that's really good. Want to hear more back from the
Yeah, so then next, US 275, West Dodge Road. There is no length to the project because we don't know yet. It's urban reconstruction, grading, culvert extension, replacement. And we're gonna be hitting that one late summer of 26. Not too many utilities on this one, so hopefully it should go pretty smoothly. But
It's at West Dodge, that's gonna be a roundabout at, West Shores on the 275 in West Dodge, there's a outside of town.
yeah, there we go.
I think we're actually looking to advance that potentially to give the contractor all summer rather than start in July.
Okay,
Further in the spring.
Make sure we're on top of it and if that's fair,
yeah.
just to give them the most time. It's not anticipated to take a full season, but if we can start it as early as possible and mitigate any weather issues, trying to do that.
And Kurt Yeager is the District 2 utility coordinator in the office, so you should expect some correspondence from him about these projects if we haven't already talked to you about it. We'll get it to you soon. This next project is a super exciting one. It's been added as an emergency repair in the last very recently, month or so. We had a washout situation where culvert failed and there's going to be a need to be rebuilding it in a hurry. Unfortunately, there are a lot of utilities in the area, so just I guess as quickly as we can work together to relocate your facilities. It's a fairly, it's not a huge area, but it's, well, we don't have a map of it, but certainly going to be high impacts. And I think right of way is pretty tight there.
Right away is pretty tight. This is kind of a relic of the past. There's an old rail line adjacent to US 75, just north of the Washington County line, or Washington Douglas County line. The culvert itself is just a small, I think it's a 5x3 box culvert. It drains from, it inlets from both sides of the highway to just under the southbound shoulder. And then it goes into a chimney, like a collapsed chimney structure, and then drains out into a creek using some old rail culverts. And that vertical chimney structure is compromised and is causing significant washouts underneath the highway. So that is why we're pursuing an emergency replacement. The culvert itself, the hole has appeared twice within the last 6 months. It first appeared earlier this spring and then reappeared this past fall, I think right after Labor Day. So short of saying we get the next spring, this hole will reappear soon. And we don't know exactly what the damages would be to the highway, but we're trying to mitigate this as really as possible. We know we have a lot of utilities in the area that we're going to be dancing around trying to get this new culvert in place.
Damien, is there a potential for this to possibly even start before the end of the year?
I don't
I know it was mentioned in a meeting, that's why I
I
brought it
don't
up.
think the.
Not likely, but could.
Until it's
Okay,
Project will we're hoping to let the project in December. Plans are available. We can get those out to you. If we need to get those out to people, we have them available for you, so.
Thanks, Bill. All right, moving on to I-80 drainage at 96th Street. What it sounds like, we're gonna do some grading and culvert extension repair for the drainage.
major grading.
Major drainage.
This is another emergency project that the district's kind of pursuing. We have some hangups with the railroad right now. But there is an exposed, compromised utility line up on the, I guess, south or north end of the whole, south end of the interstate. And we need to get this fixed as soon as possible.
Right. That wraps up things going on in our next construction season.
Sorry, I have a lot of slides to click through. Up until Rawhide Road. Yeah.
Sorry about
We'll
that,
head out.
everybody.
so
So
before Rawhide.
before Rawhide, yeah.
Yeah,
So
so
there's only
There's
two.
two, yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you, sorry.
so the first one was US 275 and 72nd Street interchange. That's the one that's already started. I think Damien said the bridge demolition is scheduled for in a couple weeks,
Oh, 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Some extensive work, obviously, at that with this one. A lot of relocations have happened. Some are in process. And then the second one was Millard Highlands along I-80, and this is the noise wall along the north side of I-80, just west of Giles, correct? Yeah. That was the two. Twenty 2027. D2 and D1 fiber cleanup. Looks like we got a little over 4 miles. That's new fiber facilities for the state, correct, Dave?
yeah, and some readjustment of the facilities, but we're new fiber optic going in, adjusting some of the excessive splicing that we've been doing.
But as you can see, the list of utilities is pretty extensive for this one.
I think the locations are relatively sporadic. I believe 370 has
Yeah.
significant portion.
Amount of it.
Right. There was a lot of splice work that happened from the time we installed along 370 up until now, and so I think that's restoring integrity to the line by putting new stuff in, get cleaned up.
Other than 370, I think there's a hand.
But wherever we do have our fiber, we know that you guys also have a lot of facilities too, so we'll be working with you to get coordinated on that.
Oh, so we can do it.
Yeah, here's the map. You can kind of see the different areas that we're touching.
'50th Street and I-480 in Omaha. Looks like we're a little over 2 miles with bridge repair and redecking, there's some culvert extension and replacement, as well as full depth pavement. We do have a number of utilities, so again, this one with the culvert and bridge work, we could have some issues or conflicts. Westbound I-80 bridge at I-680. Another bridge only project. We're doing a bridge repair as well as guardrail, so yeah.
Yeah, back on 22597.
Right.
Sorry, go back to slide 45. One more, one more, sorry. One more. Yeah, this one, that's 967. Yeah, this one, there would be a little right of way involved. I have a note from Bill that says we had right of way involved on that one, so, but maybe that's not the right slide.
No, that's not, it's not, this one doesn't have right away. It was 22597. That was,
The one before.
the 132nd to 132nd to N133. What Damien described about the bridge, we had right away on that. That was project a little ways back. This one won't have any right away.
Okay, sorry about that, Bill. Our slide numbers don't drive, I guess, so I'll be looking at these as we go.
Yeah, no worries, Don. This one, 50th I-480. It's this is a design build project that we have. So I don't know if things will be going on. I think there's going to be some tasks and that stuff going on at the same time since it's using that alternative delivery method. So we'll know more about that as we progress with that project.
That's a good thing to note. Thank you, Bill, for the design build projects are a little bit different than what we have typically do. They're going to be the design and the build kind of goes more hand in hand and happens a little more simultaneously than our traditional way where we design a project, let it, and then it goes to construction. So it's kind of a bringing it all along at once project. So that's going to require a little bit of extra attention to utilities as we move through.
No,
Okay, here we go.
you have a note on this one? Oh. Westbound I-80 bridge at I-680. Looks like we have bridge repair and guardrail on this one.
Currently an approach replacement project with some deck resurfacing.
So there should be some minor issues.
We'll have some new substructure work with the grading.
I think there might be there are some lights. Damien, correct me if I'm wrong. There are some lights underneath the bridge, illuminating the ramp that goes underneath it. And so I believe the power for that runs through the rail or something. So we'll have to take a look at that possibly. That could be an issue.
So the N66 connection in Louisville, it's the urban project there, full depth pavement repair. I know that OPPD had already communicated with us on their plans to relocate. There's going to be quite a bit of activity going on here with urban reconstruction. They're putting some, I believe, new pavement for getting into Ash Grove right there, the north. So all through town here, you can kind of see what we're doing. This is a newly announced project, I-80 Sarpy County interchange. So at 190, I-80 192nd.
Yeah, I-80.
There's
nothing in it.
Right now it's nothing, but we're going to be, it's an overpass bridge for a county road. We're going to be building an interchange there. So as those design plans come out, we'll know better the footprint of where that's going to go. But there are quite a few facilities in there. This one is being designed and designed by a consultant, and so With the consultant jobs, you might get utility coordination from our consultants on behalf of NDOT. So it'll be the same protocol for if you get a consultant project from us, the same notification packet should come to you. It'll be the same filling out the questionnaire and letting us all know that. And it's still our process. They're just going to be the ones delivering the message, I guess.
In conjunction with this project, our project itself is generally just the interchange, but any of the local systems that tie into this, any of the future improvements will also need to kind of be, everyone will kind of need to be mindful of what needs to be looked at. A lot of this may be pretty fast moving.
Yeah,
Once we break around.
pretty big opportunity for development in that area.
There's gonna be a lot of work in Sarpy and.
Yeah. So, does anybody have any questions about any of the projects we've talked about so far, 26, 27? Anything? Going once, going twice. We are gonna step into a very brief preview of what's coming in construction year 28. This is 3 years out, 3 construction seasons away. But like I said, our goal here is to put these projects on your radar so that you can maybe plan for your activities and what potential impacts we might have to you. Trying to communicate with you guys as early as we can to make it smooth for you and us. And we'll try to avoid knee-jerk reactions to projects. Why? Elkhorn Viaduct. We're gonna be doing bridge work here, full depth replacement, and some grading. We don't know when we're gonna start the project yet. We just are thinking sometime in 2028. But there's definitely a lot of utilities in the area of the project. So we'll need to do some good coordination there. And here's the map. And not a huge footprint, but a dense. And that was the only project we really wanted to bring to your attention for 2028.
I'm sure there's other stuff in 28, but Elkhorn 5, that's the dumpster fire, so.
Yeah.
This answer on that one.
So, with that, does anybody have any questions? Anything we've talked about? Anything at all? Anything NDOT related or utilities related or project?
Thing, was N1 to Louisville, wasn't in your presentation for 26, was it?
It was not. I
I
don't know.
don't think so. N1 to Louisville, the resurfacing project down in Louisville, all the way down to Manly. The big thing with that project is we're going to be. Yeah, it's in the.
Should be on the fact sheet.
There's gonna be a bridge redepth over the NSF railroad tracks on the north side of town. There are overhead lines, I believe, either adjacent to or over the approaches, so. I think they're just distribution lines, but something you can along. Need to get some of those with any substructure work.
Thanks, Damien. We're always open to questions. If you don't have them now, you can ask us later. We're happy to hear from you, happy to work with you. And I do want to point out probably your best bet. We have, our 8 districts and we have utility coordinators we have 4 utility coordinators. Each of them can work in 2 districts. And as you can see right now, we're looking for somebody to fill the 1 and 7 spot, and we're looking for somebody to fill the 4 and 8 spot. But Kurt and Brad are both available to help. Jeremy's available to help. I'm available to help. In general, we have this utility section address here and email address. If you send correspondence to this address, it will get to our entire group, and so everybody will see it. And I know we have with our turnover, if you're trying to reach out to somebody in District 1, you don't have anybody right now. You might have 2 people's email addresses who are no longer with NDOT. So if you're sending emails to them, we're not getting it and you're not getting answers. And so I just would recommend ndot.rdutilities@nebraska.gov. That'll get to all of us. And we really appreciate you guys taking the time. Scan the QR code, it'll take you to a survey. I think we have some paper surveys here. No, we don't. It's all online. Yes, we do. They're over there. Online, you can probably find a link to it. And your feedback is very helpful to us to know how we can improve this meeting, make it more valuable for you guys. Of course, we want to get you the best information we can and get you what you need from us. Also, you can visit our website. We do have at dot.nebraska.gov. There is a utilities header under there. You can click on that and it'll have a lot of information about I believe it's under the business center, but it'll have a lot of information about how we do our utility relocation process, links to the accommodation policy, contacts. It has project information, things related to reimbursements, things like that. And then also here we have a QR code. And this is not to the survey. This one is to the 2026 program book. So that program book, I believe, is our 1, 3, and 10 year. The one, yeah. So it's kind of the projects we have coming up immediately, and then the projects that we're looking to do in the next 5 or so years. So that's another way you can keep up with our projects and what we're doing. Of course, we're always, we have to kind of manage our program, and sometimes our projects have to shift around a little bit. And so the closer to the project we are, the more likely it is happening, and the further away it is, the more likely it could be to move around a little bit. So, but it can put it in your awareness, and those are the things that we are looking to do in the future. So thank you very much for being here with us today, and happy trails, I guess. Let us know how we can help you.
Would you mind putting the QR code for the survey back up on the screen just in case our online people
Yep.
didn't get a chance to get there?
Oops, I'm gonna start the.
Sorry.
Man, I'm messing it all up.
You're good.
Oh.
The slide before that one.
So, but then.
Thank you.